should be live on Twitch. Let me double check.
Oh no, I still completely fucked it up. Oh my god, how do you podcast?
Language.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh yeah.
We're
Remind me.
Family friendly.
Really?
They have to remind me all the bloody time.
All right.
And also to remind y'all that at the end of the show, we are going to say this is X, this is Y.
Yep. Blame
Right.
Dusty.
See?
Yep.
Exactly.
All right. There we go. That looks better now. Ooh. All right. Let me add here. There we go. What is going on? Oh.
Fun with time zones.
Yeah. Don't like it.
Oh yeah, this morning. Luckily, our power went out last night, so all of our clocks were off anyway.
No one knows what time it is.
Nope.
We'll take it away from you.
It was back on by the time we woke up this morning, but just all the
fine.
things were blinking.
Yeah.
It is completely fine. There's no difference except when we have to do things.
Yeah.
But the time remains the same for us.
Mhm.
Those sensible states. I think one state, I don't remember which one.
It used to be Indiana. It used to be Indiana, but they caved to peer pressure and went back to switching.
All right.
Okay. No, I thought I saw a news flash come through, but this is for the last time in whatever state.
It's us.
Well,
We don't
BC
change.
was talking about it. BC was talking about changing it.
Yeah. All right. And Corsair says time solution, lunchtime doubly so. So we are good to go. Mew.
All right. Let me get chat up over here so that I don't forget them. Where? Discord. Not discovered. Discord.
Hmm?
Not disco.
Discord.
That chord.
Score.
Yeah.
Discord.
Now, we can't cuss, but we can act like 7th graders.
Yeah.
Yep. All depends on which version of PG are we going by. Are we going by a 1980s PG or current PG?
I'm pretty sure we can say the F word once, right?
No.
Damn it.
Sarah and I fighting over it. Who gets
Exactly.
You get one per show.
Exactly.
Sarah's like, F it, I'm the guest.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Now you're the guest.
There we go. Okay. That's how you do this.
There's chat.
I know.
Maybe. Oh, there it is. Cool. Someone did a ding, so it was easier to find. Okay. There's that. And I'm going to put Twitch over here. Hey, look. We're on Twitch.
Yay.
Aha.
Okay. Well, I have no objections if no one else has any objections.
You are all set.
Monkey. This is your show and this is your circus. So
Did you just call me a monkey?
no, we're the monkeys. We are the monkey. This is
This is our circus.
Monkeys. This is your circus. Yes.
Yep.
Monkey D. Mew.
Yep, exactly. Alrighty. We will start. Oh, am I good? Do I need to be all up on it, or is it getting me out here?
No, you're good.
Oh,
You're good where you were.
Good. All right, in 5, 4, 3. On this episode of the AIE Podcast.
World of Warcraft is now on Zillow.
Congrats to Thethos on 70.
Spring abundance is in the air, and I'm choking on it because it's trying to kill me.
That's because you live in some place that's fallen.
And nifty things are happening in Lord of the Rings Online.
And we'd like to welcome to the dojo Gusty and Shoujo, who are here to talk to us about AIE and World of Warcraft.
Yay!
Yay!
I
Well,
know.
all that and more coming up right about now.
Bringing you the latest news from the AIE gaming community from planet Earth and beyond. This is the AIE Podcast.
And welcome to episode 442 of the podcast celebrating you, the AIE Podcast gaming community. The Die Has Been podcast. The voice you hear now is Mewcow. Greetings, guildies. And to my virtual and physical left and a few states over is Tetsemi.
Howdy.
And somewhere near him and to the right is Makala.
I'm to the right of like nobody. All right. Hey guys, here's the homemade chicken pot pie in the Guild Kitchen, as well as lemon bars for Dan Kenny's birthday. Happy birthday, Kenny.
Yep.
Yay.
Happy birthday, Kenny.
Oh, happy birthday!
And those voices you're hearing are our guests. We are joined by these special guests, Gusty and Shoujo, who are here to talk to us about, well, there's this thing called World of Warcraft.
Huh?
No.
Made by this
I've heard
little
of it.
indie company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
really small
medium
indie
newer.
company.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure that we'll be encouraging some others to join us in the World of Warcraft soon. But how have you two been up to? We haven't heard from Shoujo in quite a while.
Yeah.
Because she's always so
Oh.
busy and popular and doing all kinds of Instagram reels.
Oh my god, they're so good.
Oh, thank you. Doing well. I'm super excited for the expansion. I can't stop playing. I'm obsessed. I love it.
I mean, it's essentially like your hometown city, isn't it? So,
Yeah, it is. As a Blood Elf main
mhm.
Yep.
since
Yep.
Burning Crusade, I'm so happy to be back home. It's great.
Yes. And then, of course, we have Gusty with us. Hello, Gusty. It's been a little bit since we took to you as well.
Yep, still here. And as of today, it is no longer freezing cold in Maine. It got up to 60
Yay.
degrees.
Ooh.
Wow.
Or as we call it in Arizona, winter.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
For us, it's bikini weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we've had early summer in Texas during the winter, so that's been fun. It's been
Yeah.
85 or higher. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's this week, and I'm really mad about it.
Yeah.
Mhm. I'm already sweating.
I know.
Great.
Well, why don't we go around and see what everyone's been up to, and then everyone can hear what everyone's been up to since last we heard from them. Let's see. Let's go reverse order. I see Tetsemi down there.
Hello. I have been, besides a lot of gaming, thankfully, we did our Cyberpunk game that we do with friends that I am programming the character sheet for on Roll20, and so we got some new fun additions and colors for the different ancestries added to the character sheet, and some fun stuff to do with dice rolling and that sort of stuff. So I'm having fun programming that and keeping up with the story. My cyber shaman is having a lot of fun in that story, and right now we're dealing with corporate espionage, which is always fun. So we don't know if we're being players or what's going on, but just shenanigans going on. And besides that, what has been sucking up all my time has been Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. That's really, really fun. It's a good single player game, and it just scratches that itch. So yeah. And do you realize, wow, that's a very dark world, and there's a lot of parallels to today, so we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's
Yeah,
what
so much
that's
for
what I've been up-
escapism.
yeah.
All right. Well, with that, we'll go over to Shoujo, who is next on my screen, and see what Shoujo has been up to since, last time we talked to her.
Was it Animal Crossing? Animal Crossing.
I think it was Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just a lot of
Warhammer to
WoW.
Animal Crossing. Okay.
I know.
Right.
Mostly WoW. I kind of stumbled into this content creation thing on TikTok, and that kind of blew up for me. I've been doing it for the past 4 years, and I post World of Warcraft content on TikTok, Reels, Shorts, Threads, Blue Sky. So if you follow me on any of those, like I post my content on those platforms, and I also stream. I've been streaming World of Warcraft on Twitch for the past like 2 years. So like that's what I've been doing for the past I don't know since last time you guys saw me. It's been really fun. I'm really enjoying myself, and yeah, it's been great.
Yes, with your co-stars Stitches and Illidan.
Stitches, yes, Stitches and
fully
Illidan.
I will fully admit to, like, sometimes around the dinner table, literally, like, hey, guys, you just see what JoJo's up to?
Yes.
You come up often. You know, as a real life friend as well, you know, it's like, because all of us follow you on different
Mhm.
platforms. So it really will be a conversation we have around the dinner table.
Yep.
That's hilarious. No, and it's kind of jumped into whenever I get people asking me like, "Oh, do you stream?" No, but I'm going to stream now. Like, "Oh, can we get a shelfie tour?" And so like that kind of started like if you see behind me all the stuff on my shelf, I started like kind of like a shelfie tour.
Yes, that's
Every
great.
every Monday I'll post like a shelf. So we've gotten through a lot of this behind me already. I think there's been like 20.
There's at least
9?
27. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like shelfie tours so far. So we're almost at the other end of the wall behind me before I do a whole nother wall of shelfie stuff. So like tune in for that too if you're interested in seeing all of my toy collecting. I also like toy collecting.
Someone needs to replace their batteries.
Yeah.
And next, I see a Makala on my screen.
Hi. All right. So in gaming, we did a 2-shot Aliens game because we were in between Call of Cthulhu campaigns, and basically it was Hope's last day. So it proceeded like literally right before the start of the first Alien movie. I got to play the Betrayer, which was fun. I was the company gal, and I failed at my task of getting the eggs or face hugger. And then I
mean, we
failed at
tried. We
taking-
tried.
I know, and I failed at taking the entire group down with me because at that point I disliked all of them, and I was going to crash that ship because I was the pilot. In our in-person D&D group, I think last time we talked, we had done a heist in Waterdeep where we got betrayed by one of the people we were working with, which was the Open Lord's brother, who was just a bitter, bitter boy. And then my party got to find out my character's secret, which is she is basically a Disney princess
Yep.
with a horrible curse because of, she's a half-elf, so she's illegitimate. Daddy's an elven lord. Mom was his guard, was his protector, and he was married. So, and stepmother is an evil sorceress or evil something. And every 7 years since the day she was born, something tries to kill her, like a specter.
Dang.
Yeah, it's dark. It's dark. And we started out the game, and I made like the backstory like very, very vague, because this is the viewpoint of a girl who's seen this thing when she was 7 and when she was 14. So, child's memory, it killed her it killed her mother, it killed her half-brother, trying to get to her. But yeah, she's a Disney princess, basically. And we started out the campaign, she was 19. I gave a nice, vague backstory. And then, so it's progressed, and, okay, we got called back to Waterdeep for this heist, which is where she lives now with her mother's best friend who's been raising her. And we're now, and we got there about 2 weeks before her 21st birthday. Like, okay, I guess it's happening. So yeah, now we're dealing with that. But yeah, that was a fun reveal. I had to kind of do the fast track. Like, quick, you have 15 minutes to explain this because your mom wants you back at the Thieves Guild, so you're safe. So yeah, that's what's going on there. We're about to start our new Call of Cthulhu campaign this week, which takes place in 1867 in Louisiana. And I'm playing a female actual medical doctor because there was a medical school in Pennsylvania at that in the 1850s/60s that did actually train women. So I get to play a actual female doctor in 1867.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah, very excited.
All right. Next on my screen is Gusty. What have you been up to?
Pretty much just playing WoW and having fun. That's about it to do here in Maine. Cleaning out
Yeah,
my car.
that's true.
Cleaning
Yeah.
out my car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cold and snowy up there, but,
Cold and
seems like a nice
snowy,
place
and
otherwise.
it is. It's a wonderful place. They have tons of microbreweries and other stuff. And actually, my kid is a theater major in at the University of Southern Maine, so went to see performance, and they're
Ooh,
working on another performance now.
What shows?
The last one, uh, too much light makes the baby go blind.
Oh,
And it's just it's a weird thing that you have like 30 people on stage in t-shirts with a number on them, and then people in the audience call out a number, and then they do like a
Fun.
2-minute skit depending on what,
Ah.
and
That's
the theme is
fun.
their shirt number. And so and then it's got to be in it's 30 plays in 2 hours or something like that.
Very
Neat.
cool.
130 minutes. So yeah, they're
Wow.
like all 2-minute skits, and they have a theme, but they're improv. So
Which is pretty cool.
currently they're working on doing a musical, and I'm blanking on what it is, but my kid is he's not actually in the cast for this.
Still, theater is always fun.
It is.
Well, speaking of theater, I was going to say our mini Mew is actually going to be in his school's play for Finding Nemo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
What?
so
Oh my god, that's so cool.
yeah, so he's one of the it's like one of the support cast characters kind of thing, but like it's been interesting to see because all of a sudden someone that doesn't like watching movies has been asking to watch Finding Nemo, and he's currently downstairs watching Finding Dory. So it's been kind of a fun little spark of interesting thing. Oh, this is what we've been doing at school, so it's just kind of cool to watch
Yeah.
that kind of
Well, that's amazing.
blossom and whatnot.
That's
That
awesome.
is such a wonderful movie.
Yeah. But other than that, in the gaming world, I too have been delving into the WoW, which we'll talk more about later in its own little section. I've also been I'm fully caught up on Final Fantasy XIV and have been running around the cosmos with the new gathering / crafting thing that you can't really say too much about without giving off a lot of spoilers of who's doing it and why. But it's still a lot of fun running around. Like it's probably my favorite way of leveling up crafting and gathering. It's just so much easier. You don't have to chase, go across the world finding all the little pieces or spend too much on the auction house, getting them all. You just, the little robot just drops it in your hands, and you craft it and send it off, and you're done. It's like
Sweet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So. And of course, you get to go to new interesting places because of it, because they're kind of exploring and hopping around to different places to just to literally explore. Like that's all it is they want to explore new places. So, but yeah, and it's been summer here, and then we had a couple of days of a little bit of cold because it rained. But yeah, no, we'll get a lot more into the WoW stuff later. That's what's been front and foremost in my mind. So. Not as much other interesting stuff. But that's good, because we'll be digging into World of Warcraft very shortly. But first, we've got a lot of other news to catch up on.
Yes.
AIE News.
All right. Let's talk mandatory fun nights, where the fun is mandatory, but attendance is not. On Sunday, we have Destiny 2 at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Monday, we have Guild Wars 2 at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Also, Star Trek Online at 10 p.m. Eastern. On Tuesdays, we have Star Wars The Old Republic at 9 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday, HFO Mythic Mayhem and WoW at 8 p.m. Eastern. Friday is ESO at 9 p.m. Eastern. Saturday is busy with Lord of the Rings at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, Final Fantasy Map Night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, and New Braid at 11 p.m. Eastern, although New Braid is on hiatus until the first raid comes out, and they'll probably pick up around early April. So,
All right, in your streaming and podcast list, we have a ton of AIE member podcasts. Want to know where to find them? Look no further than here. We have Max and Seema's New Overlord podcast at newoverlords.com. We have Board and Swords with Chris and Philip, boardandswords.com. We have STO, Fleet Action Report, with Greybog and Nicodemus. Look for them on YouTube. A Podcast Reborn, a Final Fantasy XIV community podcast with my brother, Old Man Frank / Brandon, Megan, and Ro. Again, guys, this one is not safe for life. Hide your children.
also,
That is at, yes.
no, go ahead.
Oh, I missed one. Dr. Gameology with Dr. Daniel Kaufman. And please, there we go, drgameology.com. By the way, A Podcast Reborn is found on bonusroll.gg, directory /a -podcast -reborn.
And yep. And if you want to break from the Final Fantasy content news, they are going into starting the waifu and husbando wars. So pick.
That sounds like a very them.
Oh yes.
That's a very them type.
Pick your favorite Final Fantasy 14 NPC and see how far they get in the
it's like
the
March
wars.
Madness. Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's March Madness for.
I've seen a few of those lately. They're pretty interesting.
great.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting to see which fandom, because there's like 2 or 3 really majorly favored characters, and it's just a matter of which fandom's paying more attention at the time and who wins.
Yes.
So.
Oh, that's funny. I love it.
Yeah. And there are certain characters that have won so many times that they've kind of banned them, or said no, okay, we're leaving them off this time. We know they're the real waifu or husbando, so
Yeah. It's not fair to the others. You got to give the others a little bit of time,
Exactly.
All right, over in the land of the nomads, where they wander from game to game, we have Rust on a PvE server since the new naval update came out, because boats are fun.
Yep.
Then a New World will officially shut down its servers next year, January 31st. But there's still people playing, so keep an eye on the channel, the Nomads channel, for a possible farewell tour as the end draws near. And then we have the Valheim 5-year celebration and regular update. The AIE Valheim community server information is, of course, pinned to the AIE Discord Nomads channel if you want more information on there.
Yep. And speaking of pre-midnight, New Braid had a final great run of Mana Forge Omega before the midnight launch, clearing both normal and heroic. Dan Kinney will be taking a break until the first raid in Midnight is released around early April. Midnight launched on March 2nd with early access starting on February 27th. Lots more about Midnight from our lovely guest later in the show. And player housing. This new feature is time-consuming but a great deal of fun. The creativity of our guildies is amazing to behold.
I'm pretty sure we'll be hearing lots about that. All right. Speaking of WoW, we have WoW Classic. As Jedi had pointed out, we have our first 70 Sethos and light activity on the 20th anniversary TBC launch on Dreamscathed Horde side. We have the guild available with the guild bank open and invite others to join us in Outland. In other Classic news, reminder, there are now 3 launches for Classic. Launchers for Classic, so Original, Anniversary, and Era. Original Classic is progressing with Mist of Pandaria. The guild is available on Horde side on Galacrus. Wow, it's a long time to pronounce WoW names.
I know.
If you have this, MLP Classic uses the modern guild interface, so we have the new interface showing 651 members. Anniversary Classic is now at the Burning Crusades, as mentioned above. Era Classic is a separate launcher with 3 modes. Classic Era, which is forever frozen to the original game, so pre-TBC, or on Mankirk here with no real activity or guild. Season Discovery, which is where experiments were performed by the devs with which some expect may lead to anticipated Classic Plus that many are hoping for. There's no real activity there either currently. Hardcore is a third game mode which are our client and probably our second most active with the classic mode. There's an alliance guild on Doomhowl and some activity on the Horde side also on Doomhowl, but no current guild. Lars plans to return to his attempt at solo self-bound run to 60 in hardcore, but that's been on pause for quite some time. There are guild members who has made it to 60 on the hardcore server previously. Ravazet is Professor WC or Sethos.
Sethos?
I'm sorry?
No, sorry. It sounded like you didn't know how to pronounce it. Sethos.
Yeah, Sethos. One of the raid leaders from HOG.
And over and someplace a long time ago, far, far away, SWTOR. They are, of course, ready for update 7.8.1, which is called Masters Enigma. It will bring a story piece, a Galactic Seasons 10, new date nights, and the Spring Abundance Festival, hopefully without the pollen.
Yep.
The story finale is coming in the June timeframe to make room for the 8.0 at the end of the year. Of course, that crew is always very busy. They do mandatory fun nights on Tuesday nights. They are, of course, wanting you to join them. There are no gear or level requirements, but you do need to have gotten your personal ship, as they do tend to travel around. So you don't want to be stranded on a planet.
So you need to make sure you have your ship together?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just checking. See,
Yep.
close to cursing.
Yeah. If you want to read about the awesome trip to a Galaxy's Edge with not only pics but also tips and tricks for your own visit, check out Strike Zone's blog post. You'll find linked to the pinned messages in the SWTOR channel of the AIE Discord. There's also a link in the notes to the Can G Club house.
Yep, and that's their blog.
Oh, that's their blog. Okay. But yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun too. But I know that crew has been very active. I always see lots of back channel stuff, so they are very busy in keeping an eye on things. So always very active over there.
Yep. And in ESO, the guild has been working on endeavors and in-game events, and the creators of the game have been changing up like how the game is going to be updated going forward, kind of changing the format from the standalone like story chapters, for lack of a better term, into a kind of like a year-long release. So if you're playing ESO or interested in when Kenny gets back, or just hop into the ESO channel and find out what's going on. And in Final Fantasy XIV, the past Tuesday, they got the new variant dungeon with the new mid-level difficulty. And the next live letter is coming up on March 13th at 4 a.m. PST. Yes, 4 a.m. PST. Mm-hmm. And they'll probably be discussing the next story patch.
Yep.
Awesome. And in Lotro news, there has been an update that has brought some pretty nifty things. Why would I give myself this name to try to pronounce? The new raid for Folly of...
Folly of N.
Nagaketi? I'm sorry?
I'd say Nagaketi.
Nagaketi.
They did apologize for that name in the when they posted the show notes.
And I am the one that assigns the parts. So, I really should have said, why would Heather do this to Heather? Are you looking to see how it's pronounced?
Yes.
I think Nagaketi. Let's see. Please hold.
Wow. No, go ahead. I'll be a moment.
Okay. Well, anyway, the Folly for Tier 1 is live. Tier 2 and 3 are coming this week and next week. There's a new legendary reward track with some great rewards, such as rose-colored mimic calf cosmetic pets. Ooh, that sounds fun. With other class changes, and mainly with Guardian, there's also some great changes. It's now possible to start private encounters from inside the housing neighborhood. Looking forward to seeing everybody in game and doing some of these awesome new instances.
All right. That's the end of the news. So we're going to get back to Gusty and Shoujo and find out what everyone's been up to in the World of Warcraft, especially about midnight.
Oh, it's pretty much all about midnight, although probably a third of that is farming decor for my house.
Okay, so how do you farm decor? That's fabulous.
It's-
Okay.
Well, you've got player housing, and then
Uh-huh.
of course you need things to put in it.
Right?
So you have the first thing you have to do is you need lumber, and there's different lumber from every WoW expansion. So you have to get an axe, and then you have to go to each of these expansions and gather materials, and they're usually common things. And then you have to fly around looking for the trees with this little symbol that says that there's a piece of lumber hanging off the side of the tree. You go collect that, get it, and get the other stuff together. And it's, usually several little pieces of various things. But one of the things that, and every expansion has different decor. And so you have to figure out which of your characters was this profession, and then look, there's usually between maybe 2 and 4 things per expansion for whatever profession you have. And like when my tailor in Warlords of Draenor, she can make a little Elec plushie toy that you can sit on, the bed in your house.
Very cute.
And then there's stuff that you just plain have to farm for. That there's things. You were going to say, Mew?
I say, yeah, that's just the crafting. The crafting is its own world of crafting your own stuff, and then you go out to the world, and there's so many different ways of getting the decor now. It's just falling out of everywhere. You'll be doing regular stuff, and all of a sudden, poof, decor pops up. It's like, oh, okay. And then now it's especially fun going back to the old raids and the old dungeons, and you'll see a little pop-up. Instead of it just being a transmog run, it's now a transmog and decor run, and everyone fights over the decor pieces.
Or
Yep.
you can run a follower dungeon. Like I did the whole tour today because I wanted guaranteed decor drops off of all the dungeons today. So I did a follower dungeon tour and got all the decor drops from all the end bosses. So I don't have to worry about rolling against people and not getting a table, or something like that.
Okay, so tell me what that means by a follower dungeon. I want to,
Oh, okay.
What does that mean? Yeah.
If you don't want to do a dungeon with other people, you do this thing called a follower dungeon. It's in the drop-down menu of your looking for group tool, the looking for dungeon tool.
Yeah.
You can do a follower dungeon, and you're just doing a dungeon with like NPCs.
Oh my gosh.
But you don't get the same loot.
I've gotten some loot in follower dungeons today. I was like, oh, that's an upgrade. Oh god, that's an upgrade.
But that was the whole point, is that they were not trying to encourage people to.
Yeah,
but it's low level stuff. You're not going to get mythic level stuff from a follower dungeon.
No.
It's like it's essentially story mode, then normal, then heroic, and then mythic.
Yeah.
And one thing I don't know if it's still going on right now, but probably it is. If you're a tailor and you need tons and tons of cloth, I used to go into. There was one particular dungeon in War Within that there were just a whole bunch of NPCs in the very first room, and you could just go in there, mow them down, pick up all the stuff, leave the dungeon, reset the instance, go in and do it, for half an hour to an hour, however long you could go without throwing up, and get just tons of cloth to do your stuff.
I know. Like I tell this to my chat, because people will jump and be like, oh, is it worth coming back to WoW? And I'm like, WoW has found its balance to accommodate all types of play styles, whether you're hardcore or casual. There's something in the game for you. And so like you can completely solo this game if you want, with the follower dungeons and like the story mode raids and things like that. And they have delves now you can do by yourself. Like there's so much to do. And it's not just about raiding anymore or like PvP. You can be a collector if you want. You can be a housing main, or you can go and like just do achievements. And so like there's a lot of things to do in the game now, and it doesn't matter if you're hardcore, a PvPer, casual, like there's something in game for everyone.
Yeah, as a heroic raider in War Within, I did not go into any of the mythic dungeons. I only did the expeditions. It's already gone. the solo instances with Bran, and I was yeah, don't stand there. Here's a little bit of gold.
I miss him already.
Yeah, I know, because now we have the blood elf.
Valera, yeah.
Yep.
I'm liking her more than Bran, even though I haven't figured out how to make her do a great job yet.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird. Well, because that's one of the things is Bran was kind of an all-arounder, so it made sense for him to do whatever role you gave him. But Valera is more of she's a rogue. Like, why is the rogue tanking? How is the rogue healing me?
It's like horrible tank right now, by the way.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, she's like an evasion tank, and she's not evading very well yet. So
no. As a healer, no, she's not.
True.
But I do like that I've only gotten through probably about halfway through Midnight so far because I've been purposely taking it slow and kind of enjoying everything. But I like the fact that there have been points where, like the second new zone, Zolomon, at one of the capstone things is to do a dungeon, but it immediately tells you can do this with followers. Like, you do not have to go out and do the looking for group tool. You can just say, okay, let's do it. And then all of your buddies you've been running around with will be in the follower dungeon with you. Yeah. So it's neat. And then same thing with the delves. The name has come back. You can just run the delve by yourself and get good gear. You can get the crests. You can get the stones. Like, it's... If I am a person that I hate the Mythic Dungeon mechanic. I hate that Mythic Dungeon says, let's make the trash hard. Let's make the most uninteresting part of the experience hard.
Right? Oh my gosh.
And deadly, and annoy you with it. And so I avoid that at all costs. Whereas Delves, they figured out how to make the trash not so boring and not so... They don't swarm you with horrible stuff. Like, they're like their own little encounters throughout the delve. And I don't know, and they've gotten better over time. They've really figured out how to make really interesting delves. So right. I like that about it.
For those little XP things for your assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. On purpose, they make it harder to see them, and they don't want you using add-ons to find them. They want you to find the little nooks and crannies.
Right. That's why they really found their balance now. They kind of found it in War Within. They kind of played with it, but I feel like this expansion, they really just capitalized on it. And they're adding labyrinths later. It's bigger delves. If the delve is too short for you, a labyrinth is even bigger. So I was like, okay, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it's a mega dungeon, but for delves.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I've been having a really good time, and it's really cool because my raid team, we can only raid we can raid once a week and get the raid done, and we can get ahead of the curve. And as soon as we get ahead of the curve, it's okay, bye, we'll see you next season. We kind of go on hiatus. So it really helps with not getting burnout from raiding. As soon as we hit ahead of the curve, it's see you next season. And when the new season starts and the new raid comes out, it's we're jazzed, we're happy to see each other, and it's yeah, let's go raiding. And it's been really fun.
Yeah, my team's similar, in that once we get ahead of the curve and make sure everyone that wanted it has it, we switch over to achievement runs. Yeah. And then once those are done, we switch over to transmog and now decor runs. But yeah, near the end, we get to a point where it's okay, guys, if you want to show up, we're just doing stuff together. We're doing Jackbox, or they like doing what's the name of that the gathering game with the little robot heads in proximity chat. I forget the name of it. It's I know
what you're talking about, but yeah.
But so that we do that some nights, and it's just as long as we're doing something together, but it doesn't have to be WoW. That way, we're not burning ourselves out with it. So
yeah.
So out of curiosity, what do you folks think is going to happen when the new raids drop for Midnight? When it comes to the decor, are people going to be fighting over the decor? Are they fighting over the gear? What's going to happen?
It depends on the person.
Always roll need. That's the rule. Just roll need. If you don't need it or not, you can use more tables, but always roll need. But you can always go back and do story mode in raid and get the guaranteed drop at the end.
Yeah, because decor isn't there's not like a higher version of your decor, like a mythic decor item.
I
You know?
didn't think it would have. Your table
Yeah.
is not going to have better stats because
Yeah.
you got it from a
Oh,
raid.
this table is shinier. It's got a different color of gold than the one that you just got.
Yeah.
Maybe.
but yeah,
sometimes you
that's
also want 4 tables, so you have to go
Yeah.
back and do it again.
Uh-huh.
yeah. So just do story mode and no big deal. You don't have to fight people over it. So
But
Exactly.
it is really fun, and going back to my crafters and previous expansions and seeing, ooh, they can make a bunk bed for my orcs in Draenor.
yeah.
I know.
Just imagining those big beefy Blackrock orcs fighting over who gets the top bunk. Really amusing.
Exactly. Because I'm so, okay, so I was really obsessed with professions this expansion. I thought I was going to be like a housing main, but like when I saw how they made professions easier this expansion, I brought all my profession alts over. Didn't care, redid the intro, and I hit up the Dark Moon Fair for my profession points and on all of them. And like I'm having just the best time like running around and like gathering herbs, mining nodes, skinning animals, It's just been really fun. And I'm trying to get to the point where I can start crafting decor on all of my alts.
There's-
Yeah, they've actually managed to make gathering more interesting. Instead of it just being boring nodes, it's actually like, there's probably like 7 or 8 different types of copper, 7 or 8 types of tin, of gold.
wow.
Because it's so what they've done is for whatever expansion you're on, they aspect those pieces with different things that are happening in the expansion. So this time around, there could be a light flooded ore, there could be a shadow flooded ore, there could be the one that just has abundance of nature and stuff tries to kill you after you mine it. Like they make the gathering more interesting. It's
So I'm hearing that if
The plants
if
get
there were ever to be like a craft fair again, it really would just be DIY, program where you just get handed stuff and then you're showing off what literally it's like, it's a WoW Scout camp and you
Yeah.
made this to
Mhm.
Yep, I made this altar.
yeah.
It
Yes.
has fire on it.
Yeah,
But,
no,
yeah.
that happened to me on my mage the other day because I was running around gathering herbs, and I guess I gathered an herb that had something on it, and like all of these plants just start popping out and attacking me, and I'm like,
Mhm.
whoa, oh my god! It took me off guard.
Is
And
there
you're
any
there in your
Amani area?
gathering clothes and not your
Yep.
adventuring
Yeah.
clothes.
It's the same thing, yeah. Yeah, same thing for mining, and it's interesting too. The things that attacked you, if you kill them, you can then mine or gather on them, and then they'll have some kind of crazy bonus item that is part of like a higher level type of craft. So again, they're making it more interesting. It's not just some boring find the node. Oh, I might get a chance at a blue item. Yay! Like it's interesting again. So it's not you don't feel like you have to have 2 crafting. You can actually have a crafting and a gathering again, and it doesn't feel like you're missing out on stuff.
Yeah, because I already maxed out fishing because I fished up like transmog, and I fished up decor patterns for my
House
other alt.
transmog.
Like,
Yeah,
Yep.
I was gonna ask. Are there patterns and stuff like that, or dyes,
but-
stuff like that?
Big change in how you use it. You like save entire outfits.
Mhm.
You can actually set them to switch automatically with
Mhm.
situations. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
yes.
So think Final Fantasy 14 and take that and put it in WoW.
Yeah.
That's what they did. They basically looked at that system. Now, of course, they WoWified it a little bit. And like I said, they added the automatic stuff. That is actually kind of cool. So you can say, when I'm mining, throw on my mining outfit. When I'm swimming, throw on my swimming outfit. When I'm on a mount, throw on my mount outfit. When I'm walking around town, I'm in my house, put on my PJs. Like, it's all these automatic things. So that is one step above the 14, because 14, they don't let you change your outfit while you're out in the field. They have it locked down that you have to be in a safe place for you to change clothes. They don't want you just changing clothes out in the middle of nowhere.
Sure. Yeah, you really should grab a changing room and not, just change right there out in the open.
But WoW's like, yeah, who cares? Who cares if
Yeah,
everyone's watching?
whatever.
Just change. No big deal.
Yes,
but-
I do have I do have a bathing suit outfit when I get submerged in water. I do have a dungeon outfit, a delve outfit, a raid outfit, a resting outfit. Like, I have outfits for a lot of situations already. And it's been so much fun, and it works. I'm like, oh, this is it's not like Borky or anything.
Mm-hmm. What were you going to say, Gusty?
Oh, just it is very fun to do that. And then you can pick funny names for the different outfits that you have.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And everybody gets one free one because they messed it up. So when you log in, you get to do your free one. I think you get, is it 2 or 3 free outfits at the beginning? The plates.
It's at least 3.
I thought it was
it's at
3.
least
Yeah.
3, yeah.
Yeah, but then you can buy extra plates up to 10, or is it 10 or 20? I forget. I haven't gone that far yet. I haven't had a need for enough of those just yet. So
Yeah,
but,
I just kept it at 3. And I'm like,
Well-
those are the 3? Okay, we're gonna go with
Yep.
that.
yeah,
As
According
as
to
a
Tina-
transmog girly, I had
There
We
you
have
go.
two.
Yeah.
We have 2 transmog babes here. So
I'm like,
there you go.
before the whole transmog reset, I had the full 20 like slots already filled up, and I was like, shit, I need more than 20. So, but I haven't bought. How many have I bought? Hold on, I'm on my game right
and
now.
Seema, by the way, says it's 1 free commit.
Yep. That's the one. Yes, they accidentally. So when they turned on the new system, they threw everyone into their clown clothes. So you logged into your character, just whatever random thing they had on at the time.
Horrible.
All of the transmogs were gone. They were saved to a different area. Like
Okay, good, because I know a few people on this call here that would be very upset about
Yes.
the transmog being gone. It is the 3.
Everyone panicked at first. They were like, "Where did it go?"
I was like, why do all of my alts look like Skittles? What is going on? I did not leave my characters like this. I was panicking.
It was a flashback to classic BC for sure. Like
Oh,
you're
yes.
just everyone's in clown suits all of a sudden, and yeah.
Yeah, I was just scrolling down my list and going, oh my god, she must be so uncomfortable looking like that.
And by the way, Wags did mention that you can drag your outfits to an action bar and change them
Yep.
at any time, which is
Correct.
That is pretty great.
Yes.
Okay.
And I found that there's also an actual just outfits button too that you can drag to your action bar, and that'll then show you a small version of just the list of your outfits. So you don't have to have like an individual spot for all of your outfits. You just put one, and it'll pop up a quick little thing, and you can click. That way, you can save a little bit of button space. So yeah, they put a lot of quality of life stuff in lately.
So I do have a random question, which is, I'm hearing decor, and I'm hearing even better outfit stuff. What's the primary plot of Midnight? I'm just curious. I'm like,
What are you doing?
Dear
Great
and
stuff,
wonderful
but-
friend,
What-
Zalatath,
Oh yes.
who was the best Legion weapon. She did what Zalatath does best, is got us to help her do something she wanted to do, and we were best buds, and then as soon as she got what she wanted, she betrayed us, just like she's done forever.
Oh, yeah, every single
she got
person
in
she's
that-
ever worked with.
That's how she got into that blade. She betrayed each and every one of the old gods, and they caught on, and they trapped her in that blade.
Yep.
all right.
So, and yeah, so she's betrayed us, and now she's come back to get the Sunwell.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right.
that's why the Silver Moon, which got a major glow up, and
Big time.
Ooh.
Big time.
so beautiful. It's huge, and they got rid of all the like cheesy statues of Kael'thas juggling round objects.
Yes.
And and now there's just beautiful, delicate, elvish-looking statues everywhere, and the houses are all lovely, and they're tall and they're shiny, and there's a nice little harbor with beautiful, elvish-looking ships,
Oh.
and there's tons of shenanigans and things are they've gone and brought
Mm-hmm.
Silver back, but there's the Alliance is there, and there's
There's a little tiny spot on the side for the Alliance riffraff to stay in, and then there's a wall where there's a bunch of guards saying, "Nope, horde past this. Sorry."
Yeah.
and they will kill you if you don't go away. And
Hmm.
there's so supposedly the Alliance is allowed there because we are so grateful to them for helping drive off Zalatath, but there's
Fairly grateful.
Yeah.
there's some tensions, but the city,
Yeah.
it's a little difficult to navigate, but you can fly, and it's
Yes.
Always difficult to navigate. Oh my gosh.
Yes,
And
yes.
one of the things that people have been doing, Lorthamar is, big in charge there. So people are like, "Where's Thalysra? Is she there? Is Thalysra there?" It's like the Mancrick's wife thing.
Yeah,
Right.
And
exactly.
she is actually there. She's just fine. She is up in Sun Fury Spire, which is high up, and she's got a couple of buds there with her, and she's got a big table covered with stuff, so she's clearly doing research. And then if you look behind her and up a little ramp, there's a beautiful little table set for two with wine and cheese.
Yeah.
So, you know,
But like it's so
Anybody comes
interactive because
Mhm.
Mahala, you play a
Yeah.
warlock, girl. If you're
Yeah,
walking around
yes.
as a warlock or as a void anything or as a paladin that's not a blood elf, you're gonna get some interaction from the people in the
Oh, that's-
city.
Oh,
Including
fabulous.
yeah.
Death Knights. It's almost like, remember when Death Knight first came in, and if you walk into your start
Loathing
the
to
city,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're almost to that level now of just pissed off that you're a Death Knight in their city. Because one of the things is with the new zone, with the new revamp of the zone, a lot of the scar that Arthas had carved through the land has kind of been healed. It's not perfect. You can still tell where it was, but they've gone through a lot of trouble of trying to heal that back. So seeing a bunch of Death Knights walk into their town, they're like, huh?
Yeah.
We just got done cleaning up after your last guy.
So
exactly.
we're watching you.
Do we really
Yeah.
trust that? Yeah.
So
And
it
people
is-
whisper to you, and
Mhm.
yeah. The other thing that's unusual too is that the NPCs, if you're walking around and you walk towards them, they don't walk through you. They will move out of your way.
Yeah, as long as you're standing still, they'll try to walk around you.
Yeah, it's
Which
crazy.
I thought was really cool that
Yep.
they acknowledge you there.
So they have
And-
paths, but they're allowed to walk around their paths a little bit.
It's incredible.
And I love how, because it's a new revamped zone, how vertical it is too. Like back the old Silverman was very flat, and the way you get up places was stairs.
So many stairs. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but now it's because you can fly. There's so many different levels that are really high up, and you can get super high up, and then you can see the raid instance and the Sunwell currently holding back the shadow. Or the void. So it's in it, and you can see that from almost anywhere as you fly away into other zones, and you can still see that Sunwell just holding the void at bay. So it's very interesting. But I've loved that. Like I started with Mewcow. I actually kind of brought him out of the dust because after the Legion remix, I don't know, I just kind of fell in love with druids again. So I've been starting out with him, and it's because he gives instant flight. I can now zoom all over Silvermoon and see all of the little nooks and crannies that they have in place, because there's a lot. Like there's the Murder Row. Murder Row is very interesting.
The Argentina is really nice.
Yeah, the Argentina, I just unlocked that.
It's an instanced place where it's like a big tavern, and you can get little quests in there to do old stuff, and they will give you a special Hearthstone with like a 5-minute cooldown that you can use to go back and forth.
It keeps changing, but yeah, it's an Arcan key. But what it is it's a little pocket dimension that Khadgar stumbled across. And opened it up with a tavern for people to come, and he's literally, if you want to just get away from the wars and whatnot, come hang out at the tavern for a little bit before you jump back out there.
It's very cool, and there's so many cool people in there.
Yeah, it is, as Seema says, it is very much like a Hearthstone tavern, because it's everyone's allowed in. There's like, you have to explore every part of that tavern, because there's so much in there, and there's stuff to pick up. Like there's savory deviant delights just flying around. There's pygmy oils, and the little crystals, the prism crystals. Like it just all kinds of crazy stuff just laying around if you pick it up. And there's props. So there's a cheese board that you can just pick up and walk around with and offer cheese to people. There's drinks. There's board games.
Night in the Silvermoon. Got it.
Yeah. There's little board game kind of things, like there's the Bejeweled version thing, and then there's the little line untangling game, and so you can sit on the table and play with that. It's very much just an interesting place where everyone can just pop in and hang out for a bit, and Yeah, and speaking of Tharisra and his and her bow, yeah, Lorthamar, there is a little nook in the very back where Khadgar's hanging out, and he also has a little spot for his bow, so that they can hang out in the back. So
Oh, I haven't found that yet. I'm gonna
I
have to
love
look.
how they are making us like go back to old content because
Mhm.
like you pick up the quests in there and like you're taking portals to like Outland and you're you know
Mhm.
to all these old places and I did a quest in Outland and I almost panicked because the ground shook and I was like no I started running. I was like panicking because like that PTSD like
Mhm.
jumped back in, right? So it's
Yeah.
like
From that
they
big
did
guy that
such a
padded
good
around.
job. Because
Yep.
like we're going back for decor, we're going back to chop lumber, we're going back to do these quests in like these old areas, and it's just genius.
It's something they really. I love that they stole that from Final Fantasy 14 because from the very beginning, 14 has been good about that, forcing high-level players to go back to those smaller zones because now everything looks alive. Now you have these people scouring the old zones for decor and transmog and old, new quests and whatnot. So the game looks alive. It feels alive. You don't feel like you're alone out in this world anymore. So it's very smart. But yeah, the quests are pretty funny too. It's like, oh, I might have dropped something during the second war over in BC. So can you go pick that up for me? It's just, yeah. It's
And
but
then
it's
no,
yeah, go ahead.
Sorry,
No,
and I'll
no,
just
I'm
say
done.
and
I'm
like
done.
and the orcs. I forgot that the orcs start running after they're almost dead, and they start gathering more orcs.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh my god, I forgot about
Yes.
this mechanic.
Yep. They run off and scream. I do like that they have upgraded the peons, so they're no longer just the 3-word talkers anymore. They actually have a little bit of dialogue.
No,
They've
they-
kind of, yeah, they've learned a few more words when you talk to
Good.
them.
It's
So
been like 20 years.
yeah, but yeah, no, it's been fun to go back. Like it's like Soldier said earlier. They've found the right comfortable spot. Like I think once they finally got away from the we have to find a way to keep them in the game 24/7. They got to be playing constantly. Once they figured out that people have things to do, like we
Yeah.
have a whole guild full of adults that have lives that they have to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like we can't afford to do that anymore. So I think they finally maybe because a lot of them are now in the same boat. They figured out we need to make it to where they can have a rewarding experience for the short amount of time they have every day, and then let them go. But if you really want to grind, here's a thing in the corner. Go grind that.
Yes. Like I spent all day today getting decor for my house.
So with the decor and all that, do you guys foresee any guild events around this new mechanic, or do we have any guild events planned around this new mechanic? Because it's great, and it's something that a lot of the guild is very interested in.
So endeavors, Gusty.
Well, currently the Endeavor, we do set them, and they usually, well, in the first one you got a random choice between 3 different races, and we chose the Grummels for Fortuna. For Fortuna Matata is one of our 2
Fortuna!
horde neighborhoods, and then the other one Dankinia made, and I can't remember. It's in Solace.
I think it's Solus.
And so on mine, and you can only be in 2, one on Horde and one on Alliance. So I'm just in Fortuna Matata, which I am so proud of.
Oh my god!
But that's how they can get the guild into it is that you set an endeavor and then everyone contributes to this endeavor, and it's just doing stuff in WoW. It's raiding dungeons, going out to specifically do a thing. Like when you had the Grummels, they actually sent you back with a handy portal to go hang out with the Grummels back in their cave and do stuff. Yeah. And that was
kill the little monkey people because they were being difficult.
Yep.
And you had to kill the big world boss.
Yeah, so as they bring new groups with their new decor back in, they can send you back to that old content again and make it it's now a relevant thing again.
Yep.
But that's how you can get the Greek Guild together.
Gotta get my coupons.
Yes, gotta get the coupons.
And you can trade them if you start getting a full amount. You can transfer the currency between your characters so that you don't max anyone out. And then then you use the coupons to buy stuff for decor stuff, and it's all really fun. Right now, the only choice is Blood Elves, Silver Moon, oddly enough. And it's kind of a boring one because you pretty much just have to run around and find some. They're all artists, and a bunch of them are, have whatever that calls when your wrists hurt or something.
Oh, tinnitus.
Oh my
They
god.
don't say what it is, but they're injured and they can't.
I'm healing them right now.
So you have to
Oh
you
my
have to heal
God.
them, and then they're like, oh, thank you, I feel so inspired. I'm gonna do more
Yeah.
paintings.
Mhm.
So, and it was the only choice for everybody. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, that makes sense. But one of the endeavors is to put blood elf stuff in your house.
Yeah.
So I went back in
Whoa.
and redecorated, and it's not really to my taste because I liked Gusty having lots of druidy stuff, but it's definitely different and shiny and red and white, and so there we go.
Oh, and speaking of how the characters in Silver Moon treat you, depending on what you are, you can visit your Horde house on an Alliance character, and the neighborhood will mutter at you, saying, we barely tolerate you here. As long as you don't start any trouble,
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
we'll
god,
leave
that's
you alone."
amazing.
But that just
because I have gone to them, and I guess I just didn't get close enough to anybody. I didn't.
you have to be within talking distance with the character, and they'll start chiming in. But I popped into an alliance on a neighborhood on Mewcow, and they were like, "Yeah, just so you know, we're keeping an eye on you.
Yeah.
It's
Actually,
kind of
I
hard to
They
miss
still
you. You're
profile
tall
on
and
your wow. God, oh, never mind. It's always been that way. Never
Yeah.
mind.
I visit the houses because they can all have rooms in whichever house you
yeah,
want to go to. But I guess I haven't really gone into the in the city part.
yeah. Well, and that's where most of the conversations are happening here in the city
do
part.
that now.
Yeah, and the other cool thing too, of course, is that if someone's doing, obviously not right now, everyone has Blood Elf, but if someone's doing an endeavor that you aren't, you can go visit them and do the endeavor stuff while you're there.
Yeah.
So,
With
like,
your
if
friends. Yeah.
yeah,
your friends.
so if they're doing the Grummel and you don't have access to the Grummel, you can go visit them and get some Grumble stuff. So it's kind of cool that
Right.
way.
I went down my whole list of like Battle.net friends and was just visiting neighborhoods because I had to get all the stuff and all the things, and there was like 4 different endeavors going around, and I'm like, I need the watering can, I need all of the mechanism stuff, I need this and that, and I'm just like going down all my list of friends and seeing like who they had in their neighborhoods and how far their milestone was so that I can like go shopping for stuff.
Yep. And one thing we also had mentioned is dyes. You can gather dyes throughout the game and change the color of some of the decor if it has that option.
You need
Very nice.
plants for that, and specific flowers for the different colors. And
To create it, yeah.
If you go to Warlords of Draenor, the plants that you farm at your farm in Warlords in your garrison, you can use those to make all of the dyes. So dig out whoever was a active and has a garrison, and
Yep.
go back there and visit them.
Again, making use of old content.
I
As,
know.
as we've been
Genius,
asking them to do. It's like, hey, what about all this cool stuff you've just abandoned? Why can't we go back and play with it? And then they
Wow.
finally listened.
Literally. Wow, that's amazing. That's
There's an
fabulous.
awesome lobster dinner that you can get to put as decor from Borealis, which is Battle for Azeroth, right?
Borealis?
Paralysis is
Paralysis?
original.
Yeah, that's.
Borealis.
Oh,
Oh,
Borealis.
Borealis,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Battle for us.
And the Zandalari trolls, they're in there. There's several good pieces, but it was that if you go on Wowhead, you can see a list of all the possible decor and where you get it, so you can figure out which old expansions and like, okay, who was active there? Okay, that one was hadn't rolled them yet. Okay,
And if you're
then you have to level their prop.
if you're a troll fan and have always been wondering about the Zulamon, you'll get a really good look at them in this expansion as well. And of course, the Harander. Yeah, I won't
just
spoil it,
unlocked
but yeah,
them, yeah.
yeah, I won't spoil the Zulamon, but it's I think it's well done, and you get to explore a lot of what's going on.
I
Yeah.
just, like, before we started the podcast, I just unlocked their big opening scenario.
Yeah.
I've been taking my time. Guesty isn't
Mhm.
level 90 yet. She's 88.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
I'm level 90 because I was just harvesting stuff everywhere. I'm like, I got to 90 so early because I'm fishing, I'm mining, and I'm like, I haven't finished a campaign. I still have to do Zulamon. I'm gonna do that on Tuesday during stream, but like, I haven't unlocked everything yet because I haven't finished the campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just did the Erator campaign, and that was really pretty
So
cool.
good.
Yes, it was. That was it really gave you a lot of past stuff, and it also lets you get to know him as a character in general. I like that one. And then, yeah, Zulamon, like, I loved the little perks you got by doing certain things throughout the zone, and just how it made you feel a little bit more powerful, but it's only in that zone. But it was really cool that way, and I'm very curious to see what they do with them in the future.
There's a very cute little battle pet you can get too. That's a really scruffy looking little eagle chick, and I didn't write down the coordinates, but it's a tree in the Zulamon area, and you just go down and there's what looks like an empty nest. You dig down into it, and then you find this egg. In 72 hours, it will hatch into.
That reminds me, it should be
ugly little
hatching
battle
today
pet.
for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's the cutest little thing.
Yep. But yeah, it's been real interesting, and my next because I've been taking my time. I'm about to go into the Harandir area, so I'm looking forward. I'm hoping they've done the same level of care to that as they've done to the other stuff. But
I've only done a bit, but I'm enjoying them too very much. They have their own vibe very much, and it's nice to see, like, seeing, wow, you've been underneath the roots of all our world trees all this time.
yeah,
Isn't it
Yeah, and-
great?
yeah, they're so into the Azeroth that they're glitching out when you try to play them too. From
Yeah, apparently.
Of course.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of glitched quests and people having to go back and do things
Yeah.
a second time, and like that whole kind of growing pains.
Well, when you
that-
unleash the hordes of people on it, you find everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, it's been enjoyable. It's worth going back, and like it's engaging, but you don't feel like you have to lose sleep to do it because it'll be waiting for you tomorrow. Like it's a nice balance.
It's a nice shout out and glow up to some old content and making things fresh and then bringing genuinely new things. And one thing I've also noticed is that there's a lot of quests where you're helping the people who do the ordinary things that make things run smoothly, that things have fallen apart because people ran off to the Sunwell for this emergency, and like, well, now there's nobody harvesting stuff, and oh no, this these animals are going crazy, and we need to help them, and so, and just a respect for people who do the day-to-day stuff that keeps things going.
It feels like a more lived-in world now.
Yeah.
And just respect, for,
Yeah.
for the people that are around you, and that we all do.
Sounds like a really good update, not just to, how people play, but updating the world that we've been in so long to something that's more relevant to this time.
Yeah, they only really have one remaining zone that needs that brush up, and that's the Draenei area.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's on their map because it could use a nice little pop up, and that like that whole part of this map anyway could really use the glow up anyway. So it'll be good to see how they do if they do that something with that because they've kind of like poked at them a little bit. Hey, we're going to build a ship. Hey, we're going to go to space for a little while. But
Yeah.
what about the island you live on? But
Oh, I can't wait. That's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
yeah, because they have to have done something with that place. It's been 20 years. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you've done something, and that we should see the changes that have happened because you took some of the parts from the ship away to make the new ship. So
Right.
Yeah.
so yeah.
And we've got lots of decor to put in it.
Yes.
Right?
Maybe
We
if
need
you're not going
a
to
ship that we can decor up.
if you're not going to use it, can we move in? Like
I know, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
The Draenei
Storage
has
for
a
a step,
great
even?
vibe.
But I'm sure we could go on and on for quite a while. But
Yeah.
any final thoughts?
I'm
It's
enjoying it. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I just been enjoying it. It's just been fun, and you're at like your own pace. Like there's some people that are already 90 and doing end game stuff. I'm still in the middle of it, enjoying myself.
It
Yep,
seems like
and-
about every 30 minutes to an hour, somebody's dinging 90 and going, woo!
I love
Nice.
that.
And as a flashback to Altitis, it is very alt friendly. So if you
great.
get your main character through the campaign, then any new alt can skip it and just do whatever else you want it.
Yep.
And of course, everything's warbands now. All of the getting all the reputation, you get it once in the campaign. That's it. You don't have to scramble after it with every single alt. It's just one reputation for your whole warband. Which is, they should just call it account wide. Like, the
Exactly.
warband is very confusing because warband of 4 or warband of the 50. Like,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
one is it? But yeah, no.
69 for me.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, it's very alt friendly. They revamped the bag or the bank system because I don't know if we mentioned that. Like they did away with the way they do bags in the banks. Now there's just one big bank for your character, and then you have the warband bank, and it's now super easy to just drop stuff in your warband bank, and then your other characters can grab it. And they do that on purpose. They'll drop stuff for you that isn't for you. You throw it in your warband, and then someone comes through. Like when during this pre-patch campaign, that's how they did the gear. Like you go and do all the shadow stuff, the void stuff, and you get all this gear that you can't use, and so you throw it to all your other characters so they can be ready for the expansion when they go through. So that was
Then
kind
you
of
have
nice.
to mail it to them, and yeah.
Nope. None of that, because the mail system is such a mess. They really don't want you using that anymore.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it is.
You can accumulate all your mats instead of having to put them on 4 or 5
Mhm.
Yeah.
vectors. You can just
Yep.
plug them in there.
And I'm like totaled like team one button on my alts because like, thank God they came up with this one button thing because I'm like, I don't have to worry about figuring out like abilities and when to use them. I just sit there and tap. I just do the one button on everything.
And as an expansion to that, they've also added I forget the actual name of it, but there is a system kind of based on the one button where it will flash the next button you should probably use on your bar.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
it's-
good.
That's taken from an add-on that they've been
Yeah.
trying to.
It's
Yep.
either it's
So
either
if-
one button
Which is
or
really nice.
highlight assist.
Yes,
Yeah,
highlight
highlight
assist. Yeah,
assist,
that's what it is.
yep.
Yeah, so if you do the hey, I've been gone for a while, that they have a new bring you up to speed option, and that will automatically turn on the assist, the highlight assist, but you can leave it on, or you can go to a character that hasn't done it and turn it on yourself, so you can opt into it. But I find that is really interesting because it's not going to tell you all the buttons because it's not made for min maxers, but it's going
Right.
to give you an idea of what your rotation probably should be. And
Really
so,
useful.
yeah,
Yeah.
so you don't have to get an add-on anymore. It's just baked in. Or you can do
yeah.
one button. Like if you just want to focus, like healers probably want to have one button so they can focus on healing and then just have the one button do the rest of the stuff. Tanks can have one button so that they're worrying about positioning the boss and they just have to spam that one button.
Damn that,
But
yeah.
if you want to min-max, they're not going to stop you. You can do whatever you want, and then you have the highlight assist. So I've
Yeah,
actually
great.
left that on just to see what it says, and it's interesting when suddenly the highlight goes away, and that tells you, I forgot to put something on my bars. So
Yeah.
it's useful that way too because they revamped everything. I suspect that they're probably making it ready to be playable on Xbox because they've dumbed down how many buttons there is. So probably see that for too long. They won't tell you that, but it just seems like the next
Probably.
logical thing. But as I said, we can keep talking about this all night.
I know.
So,
Yeah.
so,
We
so
definitely, guys, we're definitely gonna have to have you like in a few months. Kind of like once the raids start and all of that. I would love to have both of you back just to kind of get your perspective at that point.
Yep.
yeah,
Absolutely.
because that's when we'll
Talk about
see.
more in different endeavors and races that we get.
Yeah,
cool stuff
no.
out.
And whatever the raid story is going to be, because it's going to be very interesting since it's a long narrative arc to go on. So yeah, we'll have to talk to you next time.
Yeah. So definitely keep us updated and let us know when you want to come back. And we'll definitely continue these conversations.
Yep.
Yes.
Very much.
All right.
AIE Podcast for Warcraft things.
Amazing how that works. Yes, well
Yeah.
started. Oh,
Yep.
wait. It did start out as a community podcast for our World of Warcraft.
It
Yup.
did. Yeah, it's funny how that works. But that will be the show for tonight. So while the chat room begins suggesting show titles to us, because they're very helpful that way, we want to thank Gusty and Shoujo for both joining us. So thank you.
Yes, thank you
welcome.
very much.
Look to our guard besties.
Zug zug.
Zug zug.
And, if you do want to find Shoujo's stuff, she's Shoujo_AIE in a lot of the places. You can find her in practically everything.
Yep.
Yup,
So-
that's B.
I guess we can always find on Discord.
Yes,
Exactly.
Discord is where you can find all of us. That's the best way to get a hold of us.
All right.
Or asking guild chat.
Exactly.
I like that title. That's a good one.
That's cute.
If you have a question or comment about our show, you can email us at podcast@aie-guild.org. You can find us on the AIE Discord and Blue Sky. Just look for AIE podcast.bsky.social. We record live with video once a month on at Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. You can join the chat room and play along with us on our website, aie-guild.org. And look for the link to our Discord server at the same place. For past episodes, you can see them on the YouTube channel. Just look for the AIE Podcast. Our theme was composed by the amazing Andrew Allen. Follow him at Keys of Soul.
Also, and I'm sure a lot of you out there are wanting to start your own segments about, home decor in Azeroth. Well, if you want to do that or any other AIE game-based segments, let us know because we would love to have you. We ask that the segments are no more than 120 seconds. Or if you're starting a new podcast to talk about this X Pack, give us a blurb. We'd love to have it. And
Yep.
if you do have that, please go ahead and send that to us at podcast@aie-guild.org.
I want to hear from the first person that figures out how to do the rotating AIE logo on screen right now in decor.
There you
So-
go.
Oh,
There we go.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Oh my
Thank you,
God.
Andrew. Yeah.
Extra points if you can make it rotating.
presented. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. But next time we'll either be talking to ourselves about things, or we're going to Shanghai some new people to talk to us about what their game's up to. But
Absolutely.
until then, AIE.
This is Gusty.
This is Shoujo.
This is Mukau,
This is Tetsemi.
This is Makala.
and this has been the AIE Podcast.
Yay!
Let's go,
I
butthole.
was going to say this is Gusty, but I wasn't pushing my button.
You started this. You mean to say this is Gusty, dang it.
Yeah.
All right. I think we might have a winner right away.
I know.
That's amazing.
Delves,
Yes.
Spelves, and Shelves seems to be
I love
Yes.
it.
right there.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It's so good.
Yep.
Wow.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you, Gusty, and thank you, Shoujo. Thank you, chat
That was a
room.
blast. Oh my
Yes.
gosh, guys. That was like my favorite show in a long time.
Yep.
Welcome.
I mean, this is why we want guests on, because otherwise
Exactly.
we just talk to ourselves, and
I
we talk to
know, I
ourselves all the
know.
time. So
Exactly.
you hear that other parts of the guild? You need to
Uh-huh.
step
Yes,
up.
we'd love to have you.
Second challenge. You need to come and talk to us.
Exactly.
Otherwise, it's about to become a 5-person podcast with these two gorgeous ladies.
There you go.
So, like, are you guys going to come back? Are you guys going to come back? Are you convinced?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Yep.
All
I
right.
already
We
got
know
Nevermore in here.
Oh, yes, that
Are
was
Heather and I going to
missed.
come back?
Yeah, because
with
I-
what free time?
I know.
So I'm pretty sure they have a warrant with Tetsemi's head on it right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
I'm like,
The
you don't need that much time anymore for WoW. You can just jump in and decorate a
Honestly
room real
is-
quick.
as a human being, my brain can only be a RPG dice gal or a video game gal. And yeah, so like I'm doing so many games right now that it's very hard to find that time, but it really sounds fascinating. Like you're telling me about, Silver. I'm like, ooh, I want to go back home.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I just need the name of your DM and where they live.
Just gonna
Well,
share
no,
a care package.
Exactly.
And the funny
I
thing
know,
is, like,
the care package.
Yeah.
okay, one of my DMs actually used to work for Blizzard. Another DM, I don't think he ever worked for Blizzard, but it's worked for some video games. And they, and sometimes I still play WoW. So
Yeah. Yeah.
How you can
Oh.
DM in WoW.
yes,
I
yes.
forgot
Exactly.
to mention that our Alliance side neighborhood is Hell Froze Over the Hills.
Okay. We can add
Oh,
it to
that's
the
a
notes.
great name. Oh my
Oh, well.
god.
Yeah.
Bye, chat room.
Bye, chat.
Bye, and
Bye.
thank you, ladies. That was a